In this video, I'm going to talk about prime costs and conversion costs. Now, if we think about the manufacturing firm, we're going to have the different costs that we talked about in previous videos, such as direct materials. We're going to have direct labor. We're going to have manufacturing overhead, right? We've got the materials, the direct materials that actually go into the product. Then we've got the labor, the assembly or whatever that is done to actually put the product together. And then we've got things like utilities and other costs that don't really fit into direct material, direct labor products. So we've got these three different buckets of manufacturing costs. And what we can do is we can say, okay, well, let's see how we can arrange these and think about them in different kind of ways. So when we think about the direct material and direct labor, right? Some people tend to think of these as, oh, well, these are kind of the main costs that are involved in actually the actual material going into the product and the actual labor to put it together. So they think, oh, well, these are kind of the prime costs we can think of. So we just say, okay, direct material plus direct labor, if we add those together, those are our prime costs. It's just kind of a way to refer to that. Now, another way of kind of putting this in a bucket is we can think of the direct labor and the overhead. Okay, and the direct labor and the overhead, if we put those together, what we're really doing with the labor and the overhead, these two items, we're really converting the materials that we start with, right? Whatever the steel or whatever the materials are to build this product, and we're taking labor and then we're taking utilities and these other things and actually converting the materials to a finished product. So that's what's happening. So what do? Well, we just call it conversion costs. Conversion costs. So this is really just a different way of putting the main three, these manufacturing costs, of just putting these into different buckets based on kind of how the costs operate and behave. So let's look at a quick example. So let's say that we have a firm example. So let me just scroll down for a little bit of space. So let's say we have a firm that has direct materials of 100 and it has direct labor of 25 and then manufacturing overhead is 50. Okay, and now what we want to know is we want to know the prime cost and then we want to know the conversion cost. Okay, how much does it cost to convert those raw materials into a product? And so what we can do is an easy way to kind of think about it again. We can just kind of write out direct material, direct labor, manufacturing overhead, and we can just kind of circle this out. We say, okay, well, to convert, the conversion here, we're just converting raw materials, right? We're converting these materials into a product. So how do we do that? Well, we do it with these other two things, through labor and overhead. So that's going to be our conversion. So we just add them together. So we've got 25 and we've got 50. So we add that and we get 75 as our conversion cost. That's how much it costs to convert these direct materials into a product. And when we think about our prime costs, I'll just change colors here. Our prime costs is the other two. We're thinking here now. We're thinking about the direct material, the direct labor, the direct costs of producing this product, and kind of leaving aside the indirect costs. And when we add those together, we get 100 in direct materials, 25 in direct labor. So we're going to end up with a prime cost of 125.